Welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube. Look, man, make sure y'all smash that like button because I know it's gonna be a crazy lit video, man. But look, man, don't believe anything you see in these videos. Just make sure at the end of the day you're having a good time, because we're going through this thing called life together. Never ended by yourself. Good vibes only, people. Look, let's get into this video. Yeah, see, I got my Dragon Ball Z on, so y'all know it's nothing but good vibes on here, man. If you know, you know. That's one of those things. One little piece of advice: never disconnect from that child within you, man, because he's gonna bail you out all the time. And I'm talking about Mental Health Month for men. We just gotta, remember who we once were. When were you the most happy? It's when you was a child, man. So never disconnect from that child within you, man, because it's always gonna keep you grounded and honest with yourself and who you are. But look, let's get into this video, people.
It's like, bro, once you really sit down and think about it, everything in this motherfucker is designed for motherfuckers to fail. Like, I'm sitting here waiting to get my truck loaded so I can start my day, for the company that barely pays me enough to, keep my life together slightly. And I can't just abruptly leave this motherfucker, because where else am I gonna get the money from? Like, I truly believe that I'm talented enough to, make something happen and make something shake in like maybe 6 months to a year from now. However, where is that initial funding gonna come from? See what I'm saying? Food is bad for you. It's highly chemicalized, highly addictive, highly sugarized, and highly everything bad for you arised. And if you look up any health article, it tells you that you can't eat any of the you eat on a daily basis. But 9 times out of 10, that's either all you can afford or that's all that's available. Bang. Hospital bills is a fucking scam. Insurance is a fucking scam. Rent is a scam. Mortgages are scams. Just living in general is a fucking scam. The majority of ways to make enough money really fast are very unethical and highly illegal. Yet the people who call it illegal are the ones who do it the fucking most. That's the craziest fucking part. You gotta hope your car doesn't break down, because if it does, a mechanic's gonna hold the shit for months because he or she is backed up forever. And it's like, okay, you got my car. How the fuck am I supposed to get to and from? They tell you to save and invest and all this shit, but it's like, you taking that investment is a risk. Now, you can't win life without taking a risk. However, if you work out, you're fucked. A lot of people stay up late as a bitch knowing they got to be to work tomorrow early as hell in the morning, only because their job took away the majority of their day, and the only way for them to feel some type of control over their life is to stay up past the point in which they know they need to go to sleep to get a productive day the next day. I can't remember exactly what that phrase is called, but it is a real thing. And then on top of that same subject, most people who do that, they stay up late because they don't want to go to work the next fucking day. Shit is a fucking scam, bro. And after all of this, you still got to get up and produce something. Whether you're man or woman, you still have to get up and produce something. Because if you do nothing, you're pretty much just going to be on the street. And it's like, knowing all that shit, bro, sometimes that shit gets to you, man. Sometimes it gets to you, but I can tell you this. Even though all of this is a real thing, and yeah, it does get to me too, I refuse to let this shit bring me down. I refuse. I refuse, because I know deep inside my fucking head, and it's more so on the forefront now. It used to be deep, but now it's like right up in here. I know for a fact that one of these days, none of this shit is going to matter, because I'm going to be in such a great position in my life that I'm going to be able to look back and be like, damn, I went through all this struggle that the world just threw at me, and I came out on top. That may sound cartoonish, that may sound far-fetched, that may sound all kind of whatever the think of. However, that's the only thing that keeps me going. That is the only driving force in my life right now. It's not to be the best, it's not to be the greatest, it's not to be this, that. It is to get to the top of the mountain through my own efforts, and then show people that it's possible. Right? That's the only thing that's keeping me going right now. You got to find something to keep you going in this crazy ass world we live in, bro. You got to find something.
Is it y'all or me, or y'all like feeling like me? I don't trust shit like that no more. You feel me? I just really don't. Y'all show me something better than that. Alien, get out the damn ship. I feel like we just need an alien to walk up on us and just punch us right in the nose at this point, right? For us to like, you know, it's cool seeing it, but come on, come punch me real quick. Let me see if it's real. You feel me? Y'all get me? What? Now that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Absolutely not.
They also presented us with a gift to the people of Earth called the Yellow Book.
Yes.
The Yellow Book was an amazing piece of technology that wasn't really a book. It was maybe, it looked like a book, but really as you opened it, images sprang out of it, holographic images of what you were looking at, and giving you pictures that were of historical significance going back to 2000 BC.
28 years old. I have 2 degrees, a bachelor's of science in criminal justice and a master's degree of science in criminal justice. If there's one thing I can advise you to do, do not go to school. Do not get your bachelor's, do not get your master's, unless you just have the money to do so and you just want to do it, or unless it's in a field that is lucrative to society, that is going to contribute to society, doctor, lawyer, things like that. Do not waste your time, your money, your efforts going to get a degree. Now, as a black woman, does it feel nice to have a master's degree? Yes, it does. It does. It sounds nice. Yeah, she got a master's. But what am I doing? I'm working from home doing customer support. I'm blessed and highly favored. Always, thank you, Jesus. But what I'm saying is, to the plot, for me to go back to school, and I'm in hella debt. Because I didn't wake up sooner. My consciousness wasn't woke at the time. So, you know, I went back to school. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to school and I'm gonna make more money afterwards. I'm gonna get a job that's gonna pay me so much money and $20. Amen, Jesus. Amen. Thank you. Because I could be making $0. Thank you. But now I'm in hella debt. They keep calling me, where's my money? I said, I don't know, go find it. Go find it elsewhere, because I don't got it for you. I really don't got it for you. So I say all this to say, be mindful of what you do. If you're going to go back to school, make sure that it's going to contribute to society. Parents, stop telling your kids to go to school if they don't have a clear vision of what they want to do. Stop it. Halt. Stop.
Yeah.
Have y'all heard of the Walmart theory? Now, before we get there, we've known that Walmart had cameras in aisles, but now they're in every single aisle and it stopped when I was recording it. They say it's for theft, but why they need them in every single aisle? Well, if you knew the Walmart theory, you would know exactly why they have them in every single aisle, and why so many Walmarts seem to be closing. By the way, it's not for theft prevention. Did y'all ever see that video where it showed the phone was spying on the room and detecting every item in the room as it was being moved around by the AI software in the phone? Do you remember that? Well, you know, a little while back I shared a video with y'all showing you that your phone can literally read your mind through your eyes, detecting what thoughts you were having at that moment. It's a very, very real technology. Even just last year, AI-powered thought decoders won't just read your mind, they'll change it. Wired. Walmart's not just evil because they closed down all like homeowned stores. The Walmart theory actually runs really deep, and Walmart is very known to be the place where you will most likely see a UFO out of all places. I wonder why that is. Anyways, I'm not going to tell you on here what the Walmart theory is, but there's a very, very dark thing happening in the Walmart and with all the information they're collecting. If you notice, this guy right here gives me a bad look. Look at him. But look into it. Look into what all the closed Walmarts happen to be doing. It is pretty crazy. I won't tell you on here, but look into it.
I ain't gonna hold you. See, look, The way you did that made me feel. Did y'all feel weird watching that one? Cause he pulled up on him with the camera, like, oh, you got the classic, oh, I'm recording your ass stance, and I don't think those are people that you want to be out there playing with like that. You gotta play a little bit smart, man. Stay your ass about the Walmart leading people alone before they snatch your ass up. You gonna be another missing TikToker. Yeah, he gonna F around and find out, right?
Slide slow. Slide slow. Slide slow.
Oh hell, absolutely not. I'm suing everybody.
Is she lying? Is Beyonce lying about her age?
Ask Gabrielle Union. They went to school together.
Gabrielle Union was in her mid-40s.
Like I said, ask Gabrielle Union. They went to school together. You can't ask anybody else because everybody got to sign a non-disclosure agreement. I mean, it's not hard to see. It's not hard to see these things. They had the same yearbook picture.
Wait a minute. So that means, wait a minute. That means a few years back when Beyonce threw that 70s party, was that really like her 40th?
What I will say is if you go back and see, this is what I hate about public relations. This is what I hate about public relations. There was an article.
Right.
If you go back and look at the magazine, there's a picture of Beyonce, and the caption says 1981 with her family in Houston. She had to be like 4 or 5 years old. That's the biggest infant I ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Now, Beyonce was born in 1981. I don't know how that picture of her standing up almost hip high to her mother happened. Like I said, it was the largest infant I ever seen in my life. And that was in Vibe magazine.
Damn. Somebody.
I'm like, pictures from the family, 1981. But they saying she is old in this picture.
Right.
She looked at least 4 years old in the picture. But see, this is how sloppy they are. You know, all they have to do is write it down and people will believe it.
People who expose the truth.
But the cats can see things we can't see. They said when they look at you or look at another person, they don't see you first. First they see an energy. Then it forms into a person. And how many of you have watched cats staring at things you can't see? I had a cat that used to do that. We knew we had a ghost in this one house we were living in when my husband was in Vietnam. And he sat at the bottom of the steps, staring up the steps with that tail flicking back and forth, like they do when they're watching something. And I say, oh, Boots, go catch a mouse or something, stop it. But they can see energy that we can't see. So everything has a little difference about it. But you've all been these things. In between the animals and the plants are the nature spirits, the fairies, the dryads, the gnomes. When I'm in Ireland, they identify with the leprechauns, all the little people, the nature spirits. Their job is to take care of nature, take care of the plants, take care of the animals. You've all been those also. You've all had lives as that. So you can see when I'm doing past life regressions, it's not simple. I never know what's going to come up.
I hate to be that guy. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Do you drink wine? Do you drink beer? You're gonna want to save this video. This is for educational purposes only. Share this with someone you love, care, and respect. One of two things are gonna happen after you watch this video. You're either gonna stop or you're gonna continue drinking beer and wine. Run that video, comment below. 19 out of 20 most popular wine and beer tested positive for containing glyphosate poison. Yikes. Run that video, comment below.
Out of the 20 most popular beer and wine brands in the United States tested positive for containing this carcinogen. Here they are. I'll read the list. Suderholm Merlot, Behringer Founders Estates Moscato, Barefoot Cabernet Sauvignon, Incari Malbec, Frey Organic Natural White. Those are the wines, and here are the beers. We have Coors Light, Miller Lite, Budweiser, Corona, Heineken, Guinness, Stella Artois, Ace Perry Hard Cider, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, New Belgium Fat Tire Amber Ale, Sam Adams, Stella Artois, and Sam Smith's Organic Lager. Every single one of these beverages tested came back positive for containing Monsanto's glyphosate. That's a very real problem. Now, the company came out, which is now owned by Bayer instead of Monsanto, and said, hey, relax. The level of glyphosate in these beverages is well below what the EPA says is a safe limit. Which is ironic that they would point that out, because this EPA, and the company frequently throws this in our face, it says that glyphosate's not harmful. So if it's not harmful, why would there be a safe limit? The story of glyphosate is a very sordid one, and you have to go back to the 90s to fully understand what's happened with our EPA and the regulation of glyphosate, because back in the early 90s, late 80s actually, I believe, they said that, yeah, glyphosate gives you cancer. Unequivocally, it gives you cancer. And then Monsanto intervened, spent a lot of money, funded a bunch of fake studies, and then the EPA said, oh, okay, never mind, it doesn't cause cancer. Oops, sorry.
Hey, look, they just right there. Look, when motherfuckers, y'all thought y'all was gonna be safe. I don't drink no more. I ain't drinking years. So, motherfuckers sitting here like, damn, who did they murk? It couldn't be mine. Can't be mine. And they named every popular beer in each culture, nigga. They single-handedly murked everybody.
After hearing what could only be described as a judgment trumpet coming from outside while the storm is wailing, he tries to calm his daughter by telling her it's okay.
It's okay, baby.
But then he captures something even more bizarre. An unidentified flying object whips past his balcony.
Come on, is they gonna get out and punch
Whatever
us?
this thing was, it was going in the opposite direction of the wind at crazy insane speeds. And to make it even more frightening, immediately after the object flies by, another loud sound comes from the sky. So how do you explain this? What was the object flying by their balcony? And what were the sounds coming from the sky outside from within the storm? Let me know your thoughts. A woman with the username Shondaland Store captures something extremely eerie at 3:30 a.m. outside of her apartment in Houston, Texas.
It's a weird sound been going off for like every minute or so.
An extremely loud, bass-heavy roar could be heard every minute or two, filling the entire night sky, and it went on for nearly 2 hours.
What that shit sound like? It sound like something big trying to breathe, don't it? Get that nigga some air. Give him an inhaler or something. Like, that's crazy, but I don't know what it is. It might be them sky quakes they're talking about, aka the firmament cracking, maybe.
Yo, what is this sound? This is crazy. What is that?
She was so shaken up by this event, the next day she sent the video footage to her local news stations, but apparently they didn't want to cover the story for some reason. However, many people in the comments section of this video coincided with hearing similar noises on the same day in that area.
Yo, what could this be? It is loud as hell. I don't know what
In this next clip, uploaded by TikTok user Nightmare Fuel, an extremely strange event is captured on camera in Mexico. Just moments before an intense earthquake, there were some very unexplainable sounds recorded along with some very unusual weather behavior. A loud slamming noise can be heard almost as if something were repeatedly crashing down into the earth. But that's not all that happened. Suddenly, a red and blue light begins to flash in the night sky, causing the entire street's power to go out, followed by a long heavy sound that people could only describe as an extremely loud horn. Multiple people caught the event on camera, and it even made it to news outlets, with no explanation as what caused these strange lights. People in the comments section of TikTok claim that this is the government testing out HAARP or Project Bluebeam, and that nothing good ever comes after hearing these noises. In the video, people were genuinely afraid. So what do you think this was? Some sort of strange government weather weapon being tested, or something completely different? Let me know your thoughts down below. Many people visit Lake Hum in Australia for a family fun day on.
That remind me of like that movie War of the Worlds, when they came down on them thunderbolts into their machines that was up under the planet already. That shit crazy though, right? What y'all think it could possibly be? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm really looking. I'm gonna pin the best theory.
The water. However, one day in particular, there was a strange sound echoing across the entire lake that no one could explain. This family captured the entire event on their cell phones, and TikTok user Flying Hawaiian 12 uploaded this.
What the f is that sound? You can hear that, right?
Yeah, what is it?
I've got no idea.
Initially, it almost sounds like high-pitched alarms and echoes coming from a stadium of some sort. But as the sounds continue to go on and get louder, they begin to get stranger and creepier by the minute.
Can't say anything, but I can certainly hear that. It's aliens.
At one point, it almost sounds like groups of people can be heard crying or screaming from within the echoes.
Oh, that's crazy. That's just like that movie. What's it called, y'all? Nope. Remember when a UFO sucked the people up? Pause. When it ate the people, pretty much beamed them up, and then you can hear all the people screaming inside of it while it was shooting blood out of it. That's crazy though. It's crazy to think about. Hope it's not real for me. Just don't eat me. You feel me? That's not the way I want to die.
What the f is that?
So, is this a real-life alien encounter? Something similar to the movie Nope? Maybe something paranormal? Or is this just a natural phenomenon of some sort caught on camera? Tell me your thoughts down below in the comments.
What the f is that? That is weird.
If you're enjoying today's video, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that little bell notification so that you get notified.
Are people waking up to the truth of this reality? Listen to this.
Space is not real.
What do you mean by that?
Space isn't real. It's only the sun and the moon.
Facts.
It's only the sun and the moon.
I know that.
Yeah.
For real?
Space is not real.
I did not know that.
And the earth is flat.
Facts.
Yeah. But
Okay.
why do you think
That I don't agree with.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Why do you think scientists is proven? You can search this up after the podcast or whenever. Now it's up to you. Scientists went down in the earth, right? They tried to go to the earth's crust. They found water. I thought it was hot. What happened?
I thought it was too.
Exactly. It's water found. And in the Bible, it said he divided the waters in the midst, meaning in the middle, right? He divided the waters from the top and the bottom. Basically, it's waters below us and waters above us. That's why the sky is blue. It's not because of a reflection. They lie. The sky is just blue because it's water above us. Why do you think God flooded the earth so easily with Noah? He literally opened the firmament, the heavens. I'm gonna show you something. You know satellites? Satellites, there's no real picture of a satellite. Space is not real, bro.
I didn't know that.
Ain't no real picture of no satellite. It ain't real. It's not real.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Every photo is edited. I might be speaking too much. They gon'
Okay, since we're all adults now, right? We got our own thinking caps on. Can we agree that this right here is not a satellite? Can we all agree that this is something much more grandiose than a satellite or multiple floating satellites, since it's already been proven that all satellite pictures are fake and they're Photoshop? Look at that, y'all. This can't be a sat. This is too amazing. And also the video of the mouse that was caught in space, with the Earth behind it. Yeah, it's over, Elon. It's over for Elon. You guys ever realize that Elon and alien sounds the same? Elon, alien, Elon, alien, alien, Elon. You get what I'm saying? Which is literally a lion, a lie-in. They are all liars.
How many of y'all have ever seen the satellites go in a row? How many of y'all have ever seen them? I didn't start seeing them till I came on like the West Coast, and definitely like we see them pretty often. And what I can say about the way that they look like little balls of light. They don't look like any particular shape, but a circle. This looks like a circle of light. And I've seen them. That might be the things that I see in the night sky. Sometimes they fly independently. They fly in different. They're not always in a straight line. Just put it like that. And it does look weird. They don't look like satellites to me. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments down below. We have our own opinions. It is what it is. Not saying that it's UFOs, but can it be? Oh, hell no, you bet not. You bet not. You bet not do that shit while I'm on the plane. No, you better just land it regular.
These motherfuckers can grow up from 5'5" to 6 feet tall and weigh over 200 pounds. And yes, they are much bigger, stronger, smarter, and more aggressive than your original chimp. Now, many claim that this species of ape is a crossbreed between chimpanzees and gorillas because they have strong body features of both. This is called the Bondo ape, also known as the lion killers. You damn right, they'll put the king of the jungle on the motherfucking stretcher. They are known to body bag their ass and eat them, and also turn their ass to a motherfucking doormat. These motherfuckers really do get busy. It ain't shit for them to rip you a new asshole. Man, who in the hell created these demons? Because researchers state that their bodies are immune to poisonous darts. Not to mention that they can walk on 2 feet and communicate with each other by
Motherfucker look like a poisonous dart. That's crazy. That's a crazy setup. Damn.
knocking on trees. And if you're curious, you can find them in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And if you own one of these as a pet, you deserve to get put on a fucking t-shirt because they have no respect for a human life. They even eat their own young. Unlike other chimpanzees, these huge ass Bondo apes nest on the ground and wish a motherfucker would act stupid. But you might be good if you come across little Terry slow ass. That man all fucked up. Because of her birth defects, her parents abandoned her right after birth. They left her on the front of the church steps, wrapped up inside of a blanket in a black community. Kids also picked on her in the orphanage because of how she looked, talked, and dressed. By the time she was in her teens, she was very skilled at landscaping. She had a little to no garden tools. She mostly had to use her strength to pull small trees out of the ground. She was so good.
Oh, damn.
They gave her the job to be the gravekeeper. Over time, the community's graveyard began to become overpopulated. Often, they would have to dig up caskets and rearrange them in order to make room. They offered Miss Mary to help, but little did they know, she was the strongest motherfucker on the block. Big Mary stood 6'6", weighing over 700 pounds, and she had a back that was wider than the motherfucking sperm whale. She was even picking up caskets by herself. This damn woman was stronger than every man. The more graves she dug up, the more it drove her crazy. And one day, this crazy motherfucker had the nerve to dig up 12 corpses and take them to church as if she was having a Sunday school service.
Message.
This is a phrase I coined when examining old photos in 2018 when I began looking at photos myself with respect to mystery history and investigation in the videos that I did on my YouTube channel called UAP, after seeing Martin leak his work on his channel. Now, these skies that I called vanilla skies, I also called Miller skies. I had noticed first that the painted on flags were atop the buildings in an obviously manipulated, hand animated or painted depiction on a photograph. Now, these are photographs that are presented as being historic, and in many cases they're showing the old world as we are discovering on this channel. I began to see such anomalies as these, and furthermore unnaturally cropped edges, and began to realize it wasn't just overexposures of light, but purposeful film exposures or masking during darkroom development, perhaps, and other types of manipulations. Now, this can be acceptable and there can be good reasons for this, but when we're talking about supposedly historical depictions, it makes one wonder.
Of course.
And the purpose of...
Look, that's why they want to stop these type videos, because people's finding stuff and everybody's sharing. It's crazy.
Never explicitly stated in the show, but if you pay attention, it's clear that these field trips are a massive secret, and the kids are actively helping hide it.
But Miss Frizzle, we can't let Mr. Duckett know the bus is magic.
He can't know what he can't see.
But why? I could see why the producers are hiding the secret, but why are the kids in on it? Maybe it's just because they love the field trip so much, and they know that if the secret got out, they wouldn't be able to go on them anymore. But I think there might be something more going on here. In the very first episode of The Magic School Bus, Arnold brings his cousin Janet to visit his school, and she mentions that Arnold told her all about the field trips they go on.
Arnold told me all about your field trips, Dorothy Ann. What did he say?
Look at their reactions to hearing this. They are terrified of someone else knowing the truth. Now, I've already shown you that clip of Arnold taking off his helmet and freezing in space, but I didn't show you why he did it. Throughout the entire episode, Janet is trying to collect proof to prove that she went to space. And in order to convince Janet not to bring back incriminating evidence, Arnold does this.
There's no way I'm going home without my stuff. It's proof. Nobody will believe me without it. Janet, you want proof? I'll give you proof. Here's proof of what'll happen to you if you stay here with your stuff. Arnold, no!
Arnold is more afraid of Janet exposing their secrets than taking off his helmet in space. What could these kids possibly be so afraid of happening if the truth got out? Well, in Season 1, Episode 11, we actually do get to see what DA thinks would happen if her old teacher found out about their field trips.
Mr. C-Flat, I'd like you to meet.
Take chances, make mistakes, get messy!
Oh, we never did anything like this at our old school.
Holy shit. It's Miss Frizzle. They're all afraid of Miss Frizzle. Miss Frizzle may seem like this quirky, fun, eccentric teacher, but she is constantly manipulating these kids into being afraid and totally obedient. In episode 2, Arnold asked Miss Frizzle if he could skip the field trip.
Miss Frizzle, I'd really love to go on a field trip, but I've got this weird feeling.
Well, Arnold, I do need a volunteer to stay behind.
She casually says he can stay behind, but then without telling him, they shrink down.
Can I blow your mind right now? Okay. If the center of the Earth is hot, why is the bottom of the ocean cold? Right? Let that sink in. So you're closer to the source of the Earth's heat. but the water is colder. It doesn't make sense. So Chris and I were talking about this because we were flying to see our sister last summer, and we're going over the ocean. And I said, make it make sense, Chris. Scientists expect us to believe that the center of the Earth is 100% pure lava, which is liquid fire. You can look this up. So shouldn't the bottom of the ocean be boiling water? Well, it's not. It's cold water. So there's only one explanation for this. There's only one explanation. And that is that the center of the Earth is actually frozen. And if this is a hard thing to believe, you just have to look to the evidence. And who gives us the evidence? The same scientists that try to tell us that the center of the Earth is hot. Okay, so if you really want to go down this rabbit hole with me, ask yourself why 50% of scientists say that the dinosaurs were killed by the Ice Age, and the other 50% say it was because of volcanic eruptions. Well, if the center of the Earth is frozen, what comes out of a volcano? I think you know where I'm going with this.
They gotta stop this shit. They gotta stop, bro. Y'all know y'all dead wrong, bro. Like, with all this stuff that's going on in the world and y'all out here doing this to people, y'all need your ass whooped for that. That's funny. That's actually funny.
Driving on I-95 near Miami, visit at this hour.
Declare a state of... Did you guys see what happened to South Florida? You would think this was a hurricane the way it struck, y'all. They're calling this a life-threatening emergency. Fort Lauderdale had to declare a state of emergency, y'all. I'm talking about 10 to 20 inches of rain, and it's not even over yet. Check this out.
We begin tonight with the life-threatening conditions in Florida at this hour. A flash flood emergency after torrential rains. Several inches already, up to 20 inches could fall during this storm. Treacherous driving on I-95 near Miami. Visibility near zero right there. Part of that major highway shut down for a time. Sarasota tonight underwater. 4 inches of rain in just 1 hour. This fire truck right here barely making its way through. Tornado warnings with destructive winds bringing trees down in Martin County north of West Palm Beach. The rain and the winds causing airport delays and cancellations. More than 1,000 flights canceled or delayed at airports in South Florida. We're also tracking this storm, not over yet, and the extreme heat moving into the east, potentially record high temperatures up and down the East Coast. ABC's Victor Kendo leading us off from Miami tonight.
Tonight, sheets of torrential rain, flooding roads, stranding vehicles, inundating the Sunshine State. A flash flood emergency north of Miami. The National Weather Service warning of life-threatening conditions, 4 to 6 inches of rain in an hour in spots.
It's all just lining up like train on a tracks, going over the same areas over and over again.
Part of Interstate 95, that major north-south artery, shut down due to flooding. Crews using vacuum trucks, racing to clear debris from storm drains across the area. Driving simply treacherous.
Could not see behind me or in front of me, so we need to drive very slow.
Air travel snarled. More than 1,000 flights delayed or canceled entirely at South Florida airports. The system fueled by tropical moisture, even spawning a tornado warning in Martin County. High winds taking out huge trees. It's been pouring all over the state for days. This fire truck barely making it down the street in Sarasota after nearly 8 inches fell there, nearly 4 coming in just 1 hour. Experts say our changing climate is causing rainfall events like these to become more frequent and more intense.
David, we're near downtown Miami where the water keeps on rising. Here it's almost up to my knees, but it only gets worse further down the street where all these cars are flooded.
Ain't no way I'm in Florida standing in no ankle deep water. They got gators and shit. That's wild to me.
You can also see that school bus. This is not over yet. Let's go to the map. All of South Florida is under a flood watch through at least tomorrow. Up to 10 inches of additional rain possible through Saturday. And we're also tracking the heat that's building in the east. Mid to upper 90s from the southeast up to the mid-Atlantic by Friday. Now, just north of us in Fort Lauderdale, they have declared a state of emergency. When all is said and done here, some areas could see up to 20 inches of rain.
Crazy thing is, I used to live in South Florida, and they're talking about rain until Saturday. until Saturday. It's only Thursday, you guys. Miami is not prepared for this. Florida is not prepared for this. No place on earth is prepared for all this water that's coming. They've been telling us to wash the waters in more than one ways. In more than one way.
You ain't never have nobody like try and break in here before, right?
You're silly. I will say, if you're staying over, I do have one rule you'll need to follow.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, what is it?
You'll have to fall asleep before me. Are you tired right now? Because I'm a little tired.
No, not really. It's not that late.
You bet not. You bet not take that shit.
What is this?
Just something to help you fall asleep faster. I'm a sleepwalker and I don't want to keep you up all night.
Another reason to leave.
No, I'm good, man. I don't think I need to be like sedated to get through the night. You ain't got no like melatonin?
If you want to stay over, you have to take this. Nobody stays over without taking this.
If you're not comfortable with me sleeping here, I can just go.
No, I don't want you to go. Please, stay. If it makes you feel better, I'll take one too.
Okay, yeah, you take it first.
You have to take it first so you fall asleep before me. That's the idea.
Well, we'll take it at the same time then.
You simp ass nigga. Do anything for some cheeks. That's crazy. Absolutely
Last
not.
One, 2, 3.
She already look crazy. She gonna eat you when you go to sleep, nigga. Go ahead. You deserve it. She gonna eat you.
See? You're still alive. Now these things kick in pretty fast, so I guess we can continue our little hangout in the morning.
Just try to make it to the door, bro, before you fall asleep. And okay, smart. Yeah, went to sleep.